BBB joining us in studio right now. Ryan Smith is here. And who did you bring along with you today, Ryan?
This is Elisa Ballantini from Hy-Vee in Altoona.
My Hy-Vee.
My Hy-Vee too.
Your Hy-Vee.
My Hy-Vee.
Awesome.
Okay.
And I appreciate it. It looks like you brought us breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
What did you bring in with you?
Well, I brought some stuff since it is a lot of people's first day of school today.
That's
So
right.
it's important to talk about nutrition. So breakfast, I'm sure we've all heard that is the most important meal of the day.
I heard that for years.
Yes. So it's so important for us to have, feed our kids good breakfast so that they're fueled throughout the day and not complaining of being hungry right before lunchtime, so that they're staying focused. So I brought a couple cereals along so that we can kind of compare and talk about some healthy substitutions.
All right.
Okay.
So if you would, let's first talk about Frosted Mini Wheats. I'm sure a lot of us know that this is a kid favorite. So
And adults.
and adults, when we read the nutrition label, we look for the sugar and the fiber really in our cereals per serving. So if you would, Lou, would you tell me how much sugar's in there?
Okay, well, let's see where the sugar content is.
It's right under the carbohydrates.
Oh, sugars has 11 grams of sugar in here.
Okay, and then what about fiber? It should be up a little bit.
Fiber, it's, that's it?
That's it.
Less than 1 gram of soluble
Wait a minute.
fiber.
Isn't that what their selling point is for that cereal? Is that gives you great
Insoluble
fiber?
fiber, it says 5 grams, but again, dietary fiber total 6 grams.
Okay, so when we're looking for cereal, we really like to look for less than 5 grams of sugar and more than 5 grams of fiber to keep us fuller and so we don't get that sugar rush. So why not, this is original shredded wheat. It has 0 grams of sugar.
But it doesn't have the frosting on
Yeah,
it.
or
though.
the cute little guy waving
Right.
at me.
So
and
some
stuff.
ideas that we can do are to add berries or fresh fruit to this, or use shredded wheat as a topping for yogurt or other things. And then also we can mix these. That way we're getting
not
a
so
little bit of
much.
sweet, but more
So you
fiber.
just cut the sugar because it
That's a
is
good
loaded.
idea.
You have to, folks. You've had this before. There's a lot of sugar
Right.
on this. It's almost too much.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also Raisin Bran. So I'll switch you.
All right.
A lot of us think Raisin Bran, the healthiest thing, the
Right.
healthiest cereal.
2
How
scoops
much?
of
Are
sugar.
you serious?
Tell us how much.
17 grams of sugar in Raisin Bran.
Yes.
17? What, the raisins coated with sugar?
That's why they don't stick to the bran flakes. And when they're baked, they coat them both in sugar.
Really? I didn't never realize they had that much sugar in there.
Sure. So why not make our own Raisin Bran and use unsweetened whole grain bran flakes and then add 2 tablespoons of raisins.
That sounds better,
It
period.
cuts a lot of sugar, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good idea. I like this idea a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So another thing is some people like to start the morning off with oatmeal or even yogurt. Have you guys ever heard of chia seeds
Chia
before?
seeds.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you remember the chia pets from a while ago?
Same thing?
So this is what grows
So
them.
Luke can grow hair on his head, is what
Will
you're
it
saying?
work? Maybe I've been
I
spending
can't
all that
promise.
money and time.
Get a nice paste going on.
But chia seeds are so great. There's so many health benefits. They bind to our cholesterol, and so it helps to lower our cholesterol. Also, they're full of omega-3 heart-healthy fatty acids, so that's what's in fish, and it really helps to decrease our risk for a lot of cardiovascular diseases. And then also, when you put them in a liquid for more than 10 minutes, they gel up to 3 times their size.
They swell, yeah.
Yes. So they kind of take the tapioca pudding look to them. So if we can eat them before that, it does that in our stomach. So we're fuller for longer. So something to try maybe with the kids is
So what do you
As I said,
suggest? How
where
do you
would I put
suggest
that?
using this?
Because
Okay,
I don't.
so-
I'm
I'll tell you
sure
how
kids
I
are
use
like,
it,
I don't
but yeah.
want to eat chia
right,
seeds.
and
Where
they
can
have
we
no
hide
taste,
them?
but it's the texture. So I put them in yogurt, oatmeal, over salads. You can add them to peanut butter toast,
Okay.
even milk.
Yeah, and if you put them in yogurt, it really does. They swell up, and it does become like a custard.
Sure.
Your yogurt becomes custard-like.
If you can, before that 10 minutes, if you can get,
Do it overnight, yeah.
or if you can eat it before that, because some people, me included, I don't like the tapioca feel to it, so I will eat it before they swell up so that they do that in my tummy.
And
too.
how much do we need of that a day
So
in
it's
order to get the
recommended
benefits?
1 tablespoon, but I always like to work my way up, and I start with 1.5 teaspoons,
Okay.
and then go from there. Just
right.
because when we do increase our fiber intake, we need to increase our water intake too.
Yeah.
So that everything keeps moving as it should.
Yeah, you don't want to have to go to the pharmacy for something else. Yeah.
Right,
okay.
exactly.
Wonderful advice this morning as
Thank
we're starting
you.
things off with breakfast. And it looks like you have a couple snacks there
Yes,
as well.
I did. Snacking's so important. I like to pair a carbohydrate food with a protein food.
Okay.
So these are spiced chickpea nuts that I made, and I brought them so you guys could take
You
a
made 'em.
try. I made
All
them.
right.
Lou loves a little
These
spice.
are the ingredients that I made. If you're interested in the recipe, you can find it at Hy-Vee.com under the meal
They're
solutions.
soft.
They're supposed to be crunchy. Maybe you got a bad one. So
I was surprised. That's the reason I said that. There, that one's crunchy. Okay.
There's always one,
There you go,
and you
there you
found
go.
it. Okay,
Yes.
but made with very basic ingredients,
Yes.
and again, the recipe can be found at Hy-Vee.com. Okay, and it looks like you have some hummus and peanut butter. Always great, something to have in your purse, your bag, your lunch box,
Right.
in case you need a little something.
Yeah, 27% of children's energy needs or their calorie intake are met with snacks.
I like
so
these.
making sure, thank
like
you.
'em?
So making sure our snacks are nutritious and we're pairing that carbohydrate food like bread, pretzels, crackers, or some fruits with high protein food. So that would be like peanut butter, hummus. I don't think many kids like to eat fish for a snack, but fish is a great source of protein as well as meat.
Give them a
too.
can of sardines.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
that was
for
what Lou's
the
brought.
chickpeas, to get the basic ingredients for the chickpeas, tell everybody where they can get those.
Sure, you can get them at your local grocery store. Of course, we have them at Hy-Vee. I brought them here. So these are the ingredients that you use. So garbanzo beans are they're same thing as chickpeas. Also,
Those are the same things?
Same thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Also ground cumin, ground marjoram, ground allspice, some olive oil, and a little bit of sea salt.
Pretty
and then
easy.
you roast it in the oven.
And if people have more questions or want to make healthier choices for your kids, your family, I'm
Sure.
sure the dietitians at Hy-Vee can always be
of
helping you
course,
out.
yeah.
And you have recipes online.
Yes, we do. You go to Hy-Vee.com, there's the recipe solutions tab underneath the meal solution.
And Ryan, I'm sure you brought Hy-Vee in today because they are accredited with the BBB.
Hy-Vee is an accredited business of the BBB, and the BBB provides a lot of different kinds of information. We like to highlight what our businesses do, so that's why I brought in Elisa today and talk a little bit about nutrition.
Yeah, great advice this morning and wonderful suggestions. While you're here, you're always helping us to kind of avoid a scam as well as the BBB helps to work us out. And I understand you have one for us.
Yeah, we do have one today. It's kind of more tips, things to be watching for.
Okay.
With all of the rain that we've had here recently, and of course down south, it's been all the flooding.
Right.
If you're in the market for a car, kind of beware. There's some things you want to take a look at. First, you want to go to an accredited auto dealer like Carl Chevrolet that was just here, and so that you know that you're buying an automobile from a reputable place. Some things to kind of look for in the car: take a look at the title, make sure that it isn't a salvaged car. If it is, you want full disclosure. What we're looking for is transparency. So if all of the information is shared for you, then it's it's kind of buyer beware. You get what you
Right.
buy. But some of the things to look for, pull the mats up, smell the car, look for any signs of moisture. What will happen during times like this is that some less reputable people will go down and buy up a bunch of these cars, bring them somewhere else, detail them, try to get them looking as best as they can, and then you find out that there's a bunch of leaves in the air system or something like that. So turn everything on, just try it out.
When you see a picture online, it may look really nice, but there might be something hidden.
Right.
So keep that in mind, as you said, especially we're in the flooding season, not only here in the Midwest with rain still coming, but down south as well. All right. Always
you go.
keeping us on top of things.
Very good. And thank you for bringing in the great ideas. How we'll be making this at home here a little later on today.
Awesome.
This worked out really well. I was surprised to say you got them from a can. I really was. I thought you were going to say from the bulk food area.
No.
So that's even easier.
There you
It's
go.
a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Some great
Thank you
tips.
so
If
much.
Thank you for having
If
me.
you want to learn more about great businesses we have here locally, where can we go, Ryan?
You go to bbb.org, or you can give us a call at 515-243-8137, or stop at our shop, 2625 Beaver Avenue in Des Moines.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Wonderful. All right, we'll be right back. We have to finish eating some of these. This is CW Iowa Live.